asked my followers on Tumblr to give me a topic to talk about today. Classy bow ties told me to talk about why I love the internet and Tumblr and why not, and how I got into it and why I stayed. So let's start with how I kind of got into the internet, and then Tumblr, and then go on why I like things. Let's do it in that order. Yeah, order, structure. My dad is a big computer person, so I've kind of grown up around computers, but I was never really into the internet that much until, God, I don't know how I found out about it, but I started playing Toontown. That was my first introduction into like online communities, you know, being a part of a group of friends on the internet. And then also at the same time, I started getting into like YouTube and fan videos. I think my friend Alicia is the one who really got me into like YouTube and fan videos and stuff. She would show me these things whenever I went over to her house. And so I started looking some up myself when, you know, I was at home and on my computer or on my dad's computer, and I saw that people were making these really cool little slideshow things with music, but they weren't just slideshows, they were cool little things with pictures edited to music, and I was like, wow, that's really cool, how do people do this? So I started using Windows Movie Maker to make my own, and I went on like DeviantArt and Google and stuff and found pictures. I started out with like Maximum Ride fan art, and I started making little Maximum Ride fan videos, and from that I met like my first 2 YouTube friends. We all made these Maximum Ride videos, and then I moved into Warriors, and I got better at using, you know, Windows Movie Maker, and then I would gain more subscribers, and I made friends with a lot more people. And the more I got into fan vidding, the less I was into Toontown. So by the time I was making a lot of fan videos, I had quit Toontown. And also by the end of, as Toontown was my introduction to the internet, really, I lost interest in it. So I ended up quitting like the end of my 7th grade year. And a lot of the friends I had made on Toontown had also quit, so I didn't really have those people there for me anymore. But I had this group of friends on YouTube. And I eventually went from using these pictures to using actual like clips from, you know, shows and movies. I started out with, I believe, Fullmetal Alchemist. And through making these fan videos, I found these people who were really into these books and these shows like I am, and they also made like videos and stuff. And I became friends with them, and I had this nice little group of friends. And like that was my internet. It's internet adventures for a long time was just like YouTube and a little bit of DeviantArt, and I just had this community of people I would talk to. And then 9th grade or 10th grade, I can't remember which one, but my friend Miranda came up to me and was like, hey, you know what, there's this really cool website called Tumblr. You should get one. I have one. It's great. You should get one. And I was like, I don't know if I want to. But I eventually did go look at the website and signed up for it. I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, what is the purpose of this website? You just reblog pictures? What is this? What is reblogging? But obviously, eventually I got into it. And I started out as like a meme blog. Yeah. And I don't really know. It just kind of progressed as I got into things. I blogged about them and somehow ended up where I am now. It's just rolling downhill. It's that gif of Peter from Family Guy just stepping on the stairs and then Tumblr. That is my adventure into Tumblr, just summed up right there. Things I like and don't like. The thing I like a lot about Tumblr and the internet in general is the sense of community that you can find in places. Being able to make friends just because you have common interests, and you can make really, really good friends that way too. Like, you start out with, oh, you're a fan of Doctor Who, I'm a fan of Doctor Who, and then somehow you progress into this awesome friendship just because you had this one little starting factor. Another thing I like is just being able to see that I like being able to see that I'm not alone in my crazy fangirlness. Like, I've never been a normal, not obsessive fan. I have kind of an obsessive personality, and I was always different because of that, because I got so into these shows, or books, or bands, and nobody else really got into them like I did. Just being able to see that I'm not the only one who got like that was I think really helped me as I was growing up. Now, moving on to the things I don't like. The thing I don't like is seeing how these obsessive people who are like me get so angry when people don't agree with them. Seeing all the fandom wars or ship wars or everything is just angering and discouraging, and I don't understand it. Why do people feel the need to be so angry about things? Just because people don't agree with you. And on Tumblr, it's hard to express opinions because you're in constant fear of getting hate and people yelling at you and unfollowing you, and you see things about, it's my blog, I'll post what I want, and everybody relogs those posts, and it's like a thing that's like, yeah, we can post what we want and it'll be awesome because it's our blog and we're not trying to please you, but then you post something and then you get hate for it, or you get people unfollowing you for it, or it's so much, there's so much negativity, and it's not a good thing to constantly be around. Like, I post a lot of opinions on my blog, and luckily I almost never get hate. That's just a lucky circumstance for me, though, because I know it's not like that for everybody. But it's just hearing about it and just knowing that this negativity is out there it isn't a good feeling. And even if it never happens to me, that fear and that worry that it's going to happen to me is still there. I think that is the thing I hate the most about the internet, is the negativity that it brings.